Hello, welcome to another cast. I'm going to be doing, starting off, we have Stoned Elf for the blue team playing as the Lord Commissar. We have BugaBuga playing as the Techmarine as well, and on red team we do have Zevargel playing as that Warboss, and Nurland playing as the Apothecary. Starting off, we do have Stoned Elf starting off as a Sentinel first build, following it up with some Guardsmen. BugaBuga going for some Tactical Marines, is not getting a second set of Scouts. Zevargel going for some Sure Boys, not getting any more Sure Boys. He isn't buying any more Sure Boys or Sluggers to follow that up, so just these two for now, and Nurland also not going for double Scouts either. I suppose double Scouts is more of a 1v1 thing for map control, and 2v2 and 3v3 it's not seen as much or as often. Starting off, we have the Sentinel coming in here for extremely aggressive play, forcing up that Warboss and also going in for a very early decap onto that victory point as well. Meanwhile, mid we do have some Guardsmen getting forced off here by the Apo and Tactical Marines. We have in the very early power node here, or Zevargel in fact, on Nurland's side. Shooter Boys coming in here to support Warboss. Warboss is going to go for that cap while under fire. Lord Commissar is going to tie up those Shooter Boys, and the Sentinel is going to push forward, is going to focus down the Warboss now. Shooter Boy models. One does go down. Sluggers are starting to come in now. Sentinel might go in for another decap. There we go. He's getting repaired up at the same time. Tactical Marines and Scouts over here. Looks like they want to push in onto BugaBuga's VP. Sentinel does get that decap now. Lord Commissar is going to go finish off what the Sentinel started. Stomp coming in onto the Sentinel is going to be very nice against those Sluggers and Warboss to get them away from the double Guardsmen that we have here for Stoned Elf. We have one squad getting a Sergeant, the one that's supporting the Sentinel, while the other one has opted to not get a Sergeant yet. We do have these Scouts here in retreat. They did get a decap onto that matured wreck point, and they will lose 2 models because of it. Very early, well, a multi-last turret coming down here is not that early really. But these Lure Boys are staying up right in the cone of fire of this multi-last. This multi-last should be able to focus them down no problem, won't get suppressed by looters, so should have an easy time taking a model or 2 away from this looters boy squad. Warboss is going to come in uncontested. Warforce Way Guardsman squad does take down 1 more model before retreating away. The Warboss now getting stunned by that Sentinel as well. Sentinel is going to be the target of these Sluggers and Shooters, by looks of it. Looters down to only a single model. This multi-last turret is doing a lot of work so far. We'll need to leave here. That 1 model is behind some green cover by the looks of it, so it is taking quite a bit of damage. Able to tank quite a bit of damage, sorry. Is it going to go down though? Meanwhile over here, in fact, the Sentinel does go down to these Sluggers. Kind of missed that there. Sluggers will get away with 2 models. No, 3 models, sorry. The Looters actually did go down in the end. Scouts coming in here as well. Lord Commissar is going to struggle to win this fight against the Shooter Boy Knob and Warboss as well. Multi-last turret does take down 1 more Slugger model before it gets salvaged presumably, or if it's going to go down. It does get salvaged, okay. ASM's coming in here now. While BugaBuga opted for Devastator squad, he will struggle until he gets his second devs, which are on the way out. Zevargel decides to replace those looters that he lost to that multi-last turret. And we see Stoned Elf is getting some catechins to kind of bolster his army. He did lose that Sentinel in that previous fight, so he does need a melee counter, and catechins are very suited for it with their shotgun blast and all unreliable. We have the Scouts here from BugaBuga going in for a decap and even capping that requisition point away from Nurland. Meanwhile, we have the Apo coming in here with the customized Storm Bolter, and the tanks here as well going to get a generator as well. Grenade does get thrown, does get dodged by these Devastators, and these Scouts are probably going to be retreating away right now. There's the retreat. Do you see that generator has been brought down about less than half health. Devastators coming back out here for BugaBuga. Full also going down onto this Techmarine. We're kind of knocking a little bit away from this heavy cover, but the Devastators coming in here with their suppression. ASMs are going to jump in now, but they're going to be met with the second Devastator squad that is supporting this original Devastator squad right behind them. ASM's getting quite low. Apo's coming in, looks like he's trying to heal them. Ooh, very unlucky. That one model dies right before the heal is able to come in. ASM's going to do a second jump onto this Devastator squad. They will retreat away. They will now switch focus onto these tanks, although the tanks will probably be able to do okay in melee since ASM are down to just 2 models. They're quite low. Will be vulnerable to some Kraken bolts, and these other Devastators are going to reset up again. Scouts coming in, they do have their sergeants, they do have a grenade. ASMs are on the retreat. Do have some attacks coming in here now. Attacks meleeing attacks, although it's a bit risky for BugaBuga since his attacks were a little bit lower. Do have a retreat grenade going down. We'll kind of just clip that front or lead model. Scouts getting quite low, we'll get out of there with 4 models at 150 HP, that's pretty good. Apo now getting forced off, and we've got a bit of a standoff with the double suppression teams and BugaBuga with the suppression here of Nurland. Looters were repurchased earlier, but you see Zevargel and Nurland going to be the first 2 to take up to tier 2. Kind of almost at the same time. Where we do have a suppression fight here, 2 devs versus 1 dev, but we do have these scouts here with a grenade. Not sure if the grenade is on cooldown or not. They do have full energy, so energy is not a problem. Angry bits getting used here onto this Warboss. It will force away some guardsmen and Castians onto this side. Some guardsmen here to get a decap onto that requisition as well. We see Stoned Elf and BugaBuga going to be the next 2 as well, going to tier 2, following in pretty much synchronized as well with their tier 2 purchase. Guardsmen here did lose 2 models to these attacks, I believe. Will retreat away now. I wonder if Zevargel... Okay, there are some sluggers on retreat here. These guardsmen will take quite a bit of damage. They won't go down, they're quite tanky. Do lose 1 model. Surprised they didn't lose more than 1 there, to be honest, but they are quite low. In fact, they did lose another model. Warboss was also here as well, with the angry bits and the stomp. But I think he just used the stomp. The angry bits don't do damage in retreat, as far as I know anyway. Looters here. There's a very big army here for red team. BugaBuga will be forced to just retreat away kind of instantly. Do you see a plasma gun queued up as well? As soon as he hits tier 2, that'll start building. Do have some guardsmen Castians over here. Castians with their demolition man. Do you see the improvised explosive down here on the ground? Do you see these shooter boys quite low, but still on 5 out of 6 models, even when they are like a 3rd health. Devastators resetting up again. Do you see that they're layered? So if ASMs jump onto this Devastator squad, then this Devastator squad behind them will be able to back them up. ASM's coming in here with a sergeant. Libby coming out as well. Do you see that's got the Tome of Time as well? Yeah, the Veil of Time ability. Got a bit of push over here. The ult and live again used onto that shooter boy squad. Does take down 1 model. The squad is very low, but still on 4 out of 6 models. Stick bombers coming in here with their stun bombs. Now here come the stick bombs. Guardsmen are going to be retreating away almost instantly to try and avoid the angry bits coming in here. Castians will be the next ones to retreat away. Meanwhile, over here we do have a bit of an engagement going on. Veil of Time getting used onto the ASMs. The marked target also getting used onto them as well. ASMs are going to jump on into the back line Devastator squad. Grenade is going to get thrown onto the first Devastator squad there. They will retreat away. This Devastator squad is retreating away. Another grenade gets thrown, this time onto the ASMs. Let's catch out that 1 model. That other Devastator squad will get forced off. In fact, it's a P-Dev squad, not a Devastator squad. Or pretty much a Devastator squad still. We'll lose 1 model there. Techmarine is here with his plasma guns, so these ASMs will need to be a little bit careful. There goes 1 model. They will jump out of there. And we'll have a bit of a gen bash coming in here now for Nurland against BugaBuga's gen farm. Some guardsmen here, getting some stick bombs thrown at them. I think Zevargel was trying to bay out the retreat on top of those grenades. But Stoned Elf does not fall for it. Warboss does angry bits in, does stomp as well, but the stomp doesn't land on too much. Warboss will get forced out there. And we do have some more stick bombs coming in now onto these guardsmen. Doing quite a lot of damage. These guardsmen down to 150 health, but still on 7 models. It's quite... all these models are extremely low. Easy pickings for a Shirt Boy squad if they actually are able to come in. But the Shirt Boys are over here. Lord Commissar looks like he will go and tie them up. We do have some Stormtroopers here, they also have their assault kit as well, with the grenade and extra range. Lord Commissar is getting suppressed here, there are looters in mid. Catchins are going to get suppressed by the big shooters on the Shirt Boys, but now run out. You do see the unreliable does get used onto these looters. Guardsmen here in mid gained very low, they do get decap onto the center EP, but they aren't going to be able to do much more than that. If they stay any longer they might die. Okay, P-Dev shot comes in here onto these looters, buying these guardsmen some much needed time in order to go and cap that VP. The Razorback here as well is getting the reinforced armor plating. Let me see that Stoned Elf is going to go tier 3. Zevargel's already tier 3 in fact. Still no upgrades other than the angry bits onto the Warboss though. And we do, let's see if there's any upgrades on the APO. There is, in fact there's the combat stimulants which gives units a boost in combat ability. How much is it though? 30% allows them to break suppression, also buffs the APO's health by 100. And the improved medical equipment giving the APO an extra 100 energy and extra energy regen. You very rarely run out of energy with it. You see a very late power sword coming in here for Stoned Elf. Normally at this point in the game you'd see people buy either the Power Claw or the Fist of Brockus instead of the Power Sword, but I guess he wants the Inspire Troops ability, or the Lead by Example ability it's properly called. These guardsmen with their flamers coming in mid. Warboss does angry bits in. P-Dev shot looks like it missed. Scout's grenade trying to get thrown, but actually gets cancelled by the angry bits on the Warboss. Razorback does take a hit from the last cannon, but will get out range. These guardsmen are taking a lot of damage, will go down. This Slugger Knob is extremely potent in combat. Some stick bombs getting thrown onto those P-Devs and scouts in the back line. Melt Bomb does get thrown onto that Razorback, does go down completely. These tanks will get forced off, will get out of there 2 models. Some stealth stormtroopers or trying to come in here as well. Marked target gain used onto these Shirt Boys. This Vengeance Round Devastator is hurting a lot. But it's not going to be enough to force off all these squads. It doesn't have enough damage to stop all the squads, but this second set of Devastators does have the power to stop him, as the ASMs and tanks were forced away. The Librarian and Sluggers will be forced off by the second Devastator squad. We do have a looted tank out in the field as well. Lord Commissar does get a cap onto Zevargel's natural VP. Do see him leave away. The tank looks like it does want to do a little bit of chasing down, but there is actually a Last Cannon heavy weapons team set up here. The loot tank is kind of just sat in range of it. Does take another shot. Might take one more shot. It does, and is down to 352 HP. Another 2 shots, and I think that will go down. So it does need to leave the area and get repaired up by some sluggers, wherever they are. They're in base. We do have a blue team as well going for a cap back onto their natural VP. It was capped by Nurland earlier, but we do have something capping it, some scouts capping it. ASM is going to jump in here onto the mid VP, stop these attacks from capping. We do have some stick bombs coming down, although I think it's going to do a bit of friendly fire damage there onto these ASMs. You do see that they did lose a model there before retreating away. P-Dev's coming in with another shot, will miss that shot. Full auto onto the Techmarine here. Lord Commissar's flare getting used onto those looters, stop them from suppressing guardsmen and Techmarine. These tactical marines coming in here with their plasma gun and their sergeant, going to interrupt this P-Dev squad. Techmarine here as well is going to run away. Scouts and the other Devastators going to come in towards mid. On the other side though we have some action going on. Warboss is retreating away. Does have the heavy armor and the power claw. Cashin's gained very low, down to 2 models, 17 HP. Lord Commissar will force off some Shirt Boys. Lure tank's still here, still getting repaired by these sluggers. Takes a while to repair it up. The Lehman Rust now for Stoned Elf coming in here. Is trying to focus down that Lure tank. Lure tank will need to leave the area, it cannot stand up against the Lehman even with repairs. Mines on behind of this Lure tank. Lehman Rush should be able to chase it down. It's getting very low. It's slowed by the mines now, but the Lehman Rush decides to back out and actually help out Lord Commissar. I feel like he could, well, one more shot and that Lua tank would have gone down. It was on less than 100 HP. But you also have the stubbornness as well now. War gear on the Lord Commissar. For that extra healing and damage. To have some scouts over here, they are going to throw a grenade down to this Devastator squad. We'll only get one model. The grenade goes a little bit behind those Devastators. If it was more into the center, it could have taken down the entire squad, I believe. Bunker coming down here as well. Got another heavy weapons team coming in, this time with their standard heavy bolter instead of the last cannon. Warboss is going to go in, stomp, go away. BP is neutral. We do have some beamy looters here as well for Zevargel. His Lehman Rush is kind of still in the edge of the cone, I think. Front of it's still in the cone anyway. We do have the Sure Boys with their not being able to detect these mines on the ground as well, so they're going to go and clean those up. Here come the stick bombers coming in with their stick bombs. Onto that heavy weapons team, they are getting quite low, but this is a healing bunker now, so they will be able to reinforce on the field. Lehman Rush back up to full health, being repaired, but by those guardsmen. A big shot coming in will miss the Lord Commissar. ASMs jumping in, Veil of Time does get used. The ASMs are going to chase all the way into base. Techmarine quite low, Peter shot going down. Actually takes down the sergeant there on that tactical marine squad. These tanks did have the We Shall Know No Fear ability, but it does run out now. ASM's going to get forced off, in fact Nurland's going to get forced off almost completely. Only left up here with some scouts and some last cannon devastators. On this side, the other stick bombers throwing some stun bombs now. Does catch out a heavy weapons team. These stick bombers won't hit anything though. This little tank is getting quite a few decent shots onto this Lehman. This Lehman is getting very low, in fact. 230 HP, 6 HP. It will go down, I think. Well, it's getting half blocked by that Warboss. Warboss does go down though. Lehman does go down as well now. Stormtroopers are extremely low, they're still in melee with these sluggers. Stormtroopers will go down, sluggers get forced off. Stick bombers on 50 HP as well. They are trying to throw some stick bombs, but there's only one model left, so there's only 2 grenades going down instead of 8. And Stone Delph, even though he lost his, or both players actually lost their tanks, he will win the fight there. We have a Venerable Dreadnought coming in here as well, but there's already a Predator out for Nurland. So I'm not sure how effective this Venerable Dreadnought is going to be. We do also have the heavy weapon, the Devastator with the last cannon as well, which the Venerable Dreadnought is in range of. Not anymore, but this Venerable Dreadnought comes out of its drop pod and is already quite low. Do you see that's getting the Dark Age technology? BP wise, 83 for for blue team and 190 for red team. Blue team are on a triple cap though, so this VP difference is going to come a lot closer. It's gonna go away with blue team catching up to red team now. Do have some more last cannon devastators, this time for BugaBuga. Vanguards jumping in though onto these devastators. They do have the Veil of Time as well. These devastators look like they will go down completely. Shotgun blast comes in though, but it's not going to be in time. Vanguards will go away. The Predator with its twin-linked last cannon now will take down the drop pod that the Venerable Dreadnought came in on.
We just need to find an edge.
Still a 2-0 cap though for blue team. Red team is going for that center VP, making it a 2-1 cap now. But the VP is very close, 83 to 117. Stick bombers coming in with their stun bombs does land on 2 of the heavy weapons teams. We do have the actual stick bombs coming in now, knocking back 2 of these heavy weapons teams now. Here come the sluggers with the swamp mobility from the yellow glow, and you can see that Loot Tank actually does do a bit of a friendly knockback there. We do have the hard boys getting used onto them as well. This bunker will go down, this VP will go to red team as well. We'll go in for this power node as well. Venerable Dreadnought does have the Dark Age technology upgrade finished. It's still getting repaired up by these scouts though. Takes quite a long time to actually repair that up. It was a very tanky vehicle. Techmarine is going to try and get a cap on this, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Vanguard's coming in, Librarian is also coming in. Still no warding staff on the Librarian. Keto shot does go down, hits that Librarian. Vanguard's going to get forced away here. Emperor's Fist does come in, doesn't look like it actually hit. But one Vanguard model does go down. Sluggers coming back in, they do have their hard boys. It's going to force a retreat from the P-Devs at BugaBuga. We do have some guardsmen here with their flamers. The sluggers are going to get in range of them, and these guardsmen are going to go down. Lord Commissar is going to be the next target. Does have his stubbornness though. He's doing a lot of damage with the heavy weapons teams here. In fact, these sluggers could go down completely. Stun bombs coming in does land onto one of the heavy weapons teams. The water cannon heavy weapons teams is going to set up even further forward. In fact, they need to set up now. They're getting a bit too far ahead. Another big shot coming in is going to hit 2 squads. Lord Commissar is still here, but there's too many units for him to fight by himself right now. He needs to be careful. The special attack on the stick bombers, they have very high melee special skills, so you'll see them special a lot of units. Venerable Dreadnought extremely low. Grenade does get thrown, still not enough. 18 HP. Okay, there we go. It goes into its stoicism now. Tries to chase down his predator, but he will die in a second. Stone Elf did call GG as well. Venerable Dreadnought does go down. Predator is out for BugaBuga, but the conceit is going to come in, and that will be game. Very close game. Blue team nearly pulling the win back in, but red team were able to come out on top in the end. It was a very unlucky choice to get the Venerable Dreadnought, as Nurland already had a Predator, and the Predator is able to just kite a Venerable Dreadnought really, even with the charge ability. The charge ability isn't going to help it close the gap into a fast vehicle like a Predator. And with some of the losses as well in that final fight, it was a bit too much.